This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we're dealing with a GE refrigerator that is warm on the freezer and on the fresh food section. So we're going to pull it out from the wall and unplug it and see if we can figure out what's causing it. First, on the back there's a panel that has a series of screws, quarter-inch screws that we're going to remove. We're going to check this fuse right here to see if there's continuity. This is on a little circuit board on the back of the refrigerator. So I'm putting the two probes there, and it appears that this does have continuity, so the fuse is not blown. So we're going to go to the next possible culprit. We're going to remove these screws that are on the bottom lower panel, and we're going to be looking at the starter mechanism. This is my little lovely assistant, my granddaughter, who's helping me. We're going to be looking at the starter mechanism for the compressor. So here's the compressor, and on the front is a starter mechanism. We're going to wiggle it off. Sometimes there's a little bar that's holding it. We're going to wiggle it off. This is the blown starter mechanism or overload. It got overheated and a fuse tripped.
If this video is helping you, please consider pressing down in the lower right hand corner of your screen the subscribe button, and that really helps our channel. Thanks a lot.
And we're taking the power wires off of it now. There's two wires that bring power to it. We're testing the old starter for continuity by putting the probes into these holes. We're getting no continuity, so we know that the overload had blown. We put the plug back in, and we're testing now the power wires that go to the starter to see if they have power. And they do have 120 volts, so we know that the refrigerator is sending power to the starter, but the starter will not send power to the compressor because this fuse, this overload, blew. And we're testing the old overload here. We removed it from the starter mechanism by prying it out with a screwdriver, and we're testing it, and we find it has no continuity, so we know that this is why the compressor is not getting power. Testing a new one here, and this new overload does have continuity, so we know that it works. And you can buy these overloads pretty cheap, and then you can just take out the old one out of the starter mechanism by prying it out, and you can just push in a new one and then put the starter back on. So here's the starter assembly. Pried out the old one. We're just going to put in a new one. And then you should be okay. We ultimately decided to use another starter called a 3-in-1 starter. They only cost about $15 from Amazon or any parts store. They work really good. This shows the real simple wiring diagram. Two wires. The black wires go to the power that comes to the starter, and then shows you how you put the wires onto the pins of the compressor. So here is the actual one, and then I put the black wire from the starter onto the middle pin, then the red wire and white wire go on the side pins. Here's the actual wires on the pins. And when I plugged it back in, the compressor worked again, and it started right up. So it solved the problem. The reason the overload blew, though, is because of this thing, the squirrel cage, where the fan cools down the refrigerant, was full of dust. So I used this brush to clean out all that dust. It was connected to my drill, and I just cleaned out all that dust so that it wouldn't happen again. I'm feeling now this line, and it's getting cold, so I know that this is all working, and I feel this other line is warm and the compressor is warm, so that's normal. I can hear the compressor running. That line is also cold, so everything is back working, and it all had trouble due to just dust building up. So thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance.
So much for watching our video, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance, And also click the little bell notification button so we can send you weekly videos on all the different ways of fixing appliances around your home and saving you lots of money. So thanks again for watching, and please also press the like button for our video if this was helpful to you. Feel free to contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com, with any of your questions. And also, if you need to have a FaceTime meeting with me or a Zoom meeting, you can click on one of the links below in the description, and we can set up a 15-minute or 30-minute